I know exactly what you're thinking. All of these IoT solutions that we keep talking about, is there a real-world example of a major manufacturer, an international manufacturer with massive, massive implementation? Well, in order to bring that to you, we have to go across the ocean, and that's this episode of DevRadio. Hi, and welcome to this special episode of Microsoft Dev Radio. I'm Jerry Nixon, and I am here with Warren Zhou. He's one of our technical evangelists in China, of all places. Warren, thank you for being on the show today.
It's my honor to be here. Hello.
There's, I don't know if a lot of people know that DX spreads all across the globe. We're not only in the United States, we're also in China. Have you been part of DX for a long time?
Yeah, I've been in the DX team here for more than 5 years, and I'm in Shanghai. So I work closely with some of our IoT partner and maybe some artificial intelligence partners.
Excellent. Yeah, it's getting to be exciting, all of the stuff we get to work with today. Now, Warren, tell me, it looks like we might have somebody sitting next to you. Who's sitting next to you today?
Oh, yeah. ZPMC is a very important partner to Microsoft. So the gentleman sitting next to me is Mr. Yang Renming, the Deputy Chief Engineer from ZPMC Electric. Hello. And the gentleman sits next to Mr. Yang is Mr. Zhu, the Software Engineering Lead. Hey. Hello.
Hello. And so tell us a little bit about before we talk about the project that we have, introduce us a little bit to ZPMC and who they are.
Okay, so actually ZPMC is a well-known top brand in the equipment manufacturing. They build up cranes, rear-mounted gantry, and some automotive for the parts. So basically, not everyone could see their products, but if you are working the parts there, you will see lots of their products and equipments there.
And not only are they making these gigantic pieces of equipment, they also have very small IoT implementations, and that's a little bit of the project that we're going to talk about, is how they've been able to leverage IoT in their cranes.
Yes, actually it's a big project. So I will let Mr. Yang to do a brief introduction of this project.
Perfect. Okay, Warren, I can see your screen.
不好意思，只能用中文介绍一下，就是说。
ZPMC and Microsoft are working on a very big project that we will cost almost 2 years in this project, and actually we are on the phase 1, and that's what we are doing right now.
Okay.
这是一个
Okay, as you may see on the screen, that we use a bunch of Microsoft Azure services in this project to collect the real-time data from the cranes and then pass it to the IoT hub and then later to the storage, blob storage, SQL database. And then we also would use the machine learning technology to train some model to do the prediction. And then later we will leverage Power BI to do the visualization.
Okay.
BD 项目本身呢，就是包括
Actually, there are 4 parts in this project. The first one is a data platform. It handles all the data ingestion problem. We'll collect the data lively from the devices, and then we'll parse it and store it to the storage. And later we will have some a management and monitoring center to give the operators do the real-time operation and visualization of how the machines are working. And then later we will build some models and use the machine learning technologies to do. We try to do the predictive maintenance for the machines to save our time and save our travel to just and then save our cost.
Okay.
And later, a visualization portal will leave the operator and the management level to do give the data insights for the business insights.
Very nice. Makes sense to me.
And these are some of the screenshots from the monitoring center.
对，就是说全球监控中心是我们在总。
As you may see on the screen, this is their global monitoring center located in Shanghai, ZPMC's headquarters, and they can connect to any of their devices worldwide in the pods. Actually, they now operate 2,000 and 3,000 of cranes worldwide.
Well, let me just tell you, that is awesome looking.
Yeah, it's awesome.
这也是一个前程监控中心的一个列表，你们可以。
Okay, these are more screen captures from the monitoring center, and currently we finished the data collection and visualization for the East Asia region, and to see and to investigate any cranes, any devices real time, and later we'll incorporate more and more devices to this portal.
Wow, this is a big operation.
Yeah.
这个画面呢是我们的这些 KPI 展现。
Actually, there are some functions in this monitoring center. On the top left screen, you may see that the report will shows the alarms from the machines. And on the bottom right, you can see this is a predictive maintenance visualization that we will predict the issues or some malfunctions of crane.
这个右下角这个是那个起重机上面的那个接触器故障的预测。
So actually, this chart shows we predict the receivers, the issues, contact issues just upcoming.
That is very cool. Wow.
Very professional.
这个是我们的除了前程中心。
Not only ZPMC could see these device status and predict maintenance results, but also their customer, the pod owner and the pod operators could also retrieve their information from the portal with their access.
That's terrific. Wow.
Okay, these are part of their tables and information their customer could retrieve from their portal.
还有一部分实际上这个里面没有看到，就是那个故障预测部分。
Okay, there are a key component in this project, but we may not show you that is the predictive maintenance model that we collect a bunch of data from the machines and their historical data storage, and we train the model and to do the predictive maintenance for their cranes, and they will give the real-time prediction in the visualization portal. Okay.
现在项目已经进入尾声了，就是后面还有一些。
And we are going to close this project in the coming 2 or 3 weeks, and then later we'll have the ZPMC's engineers and operators get familiar with the system and to use the system and to run the system for a while to see any issues from this whole this huge system.
Great. And Warren, maybe you'll help me. I want to ask Mr. Yang a little bit about the business problem itself. What was the business problem?
杨总，你们的问题业务上面的问题是什么？
是这样的，就是说我们公司呢，就是说以前呢一直是做这个机械制造的，一直没有这么一个软件信息系统，能够呢把各地的设备都连起来。我们只是卖出去了，交给用户了，但是我们没有这样一个系统去收集这些状态，不能这些监视，对吧？这样的话，我们就是对它状态不了解，到底什么时候发生问题的也不了解，是一个比较大的问题。另外呢，就是我们现在给用户的做些这些维护啊，基本上就是说提供的支持比较少，就是用户呢去检修这些设备，就是靠我们的维护手册，也没有其他的更多的手段，定期的保养维修只是一些按照固定的日期来做的，没有根据实际状态来做，这是第二个。第三个呢，就是它经常会有一些非计划性的停机。那么这个时候呢，如果说你没有现在一些预测的功能、现在的手段的话，它这些设备啊或者是工具准备是不足的，那就可能会造成效率比较低一点，对吧？然后还有呢，就是我们现在对我们这个设计来说，也是缺乏一个现场的反馈，到底怎么样？我这个选型或者设计有没有问题，我们都不知道，这是最主要的4个问题。
Okay, so Mr. Yang says, in the past, ZPMC only manufacture and sells their devices and machines, but they don't know how the machines are running. They couldn't get the real-time data for the machines. That is what they are doing right now, because with that data, they can, for example, they can know the status and the maintenance status of this machine, and will suggest the port operator to do some maintenance job. And also, their design team would also need this data to help to improve their design for their next generation of products.
Sure. Boy, that makes plenty of sense, and what a classic, perfect use of IoT. Warren, a project this big, would you ask Mr. Yang for me, there's got to be a lot of challenges. What were some of the challenges he hit?
那您在进行项目当中，这个有什么挑战吗？
现在是这样的，就是说，因为这是一个比较，就是说一个信息化的一个项目，是都依靠这些数据，我们把所有的数据都收集起来，可能放到一个数据库或者是一个标准的模型里面去。那么以前我们的项目都是定制的，现在就是会发现比较大的挑战就是我们原来的数据就是不标准，包括各个项目选型故障定义然后这些状态点都不是很标准，所以现在要这些功课去补起来，说这个是最大的。另外一个就是这个安全问题，我们现在最大的问题就是说联网以后，我们这个设备可能就暴露在 Internet 上面了，那么这些网络安全可能是一个比较重要的，是吧？还有一个就是人才，我们可能缺乏这方面的人才。
Okay, there are 3 points ZPMC think are their big challenges. The first one is that, in the past, most of their products are customized because their customer may raise some requirements and they will design a special type or model for that customer. So later there are so many devices and so many types of their products. So when do the data ingestion, you will see different data models coming from the device, and you need to pass the data, build the right data model, and store them in the database without any conflict. That's a big challenge. And the second is the security. Now every machine, every client are now connected to the cloud, connect to the public cloud. So how to enhance the security feature to make the devices that take the power of cloud, but still maintain a very secure way to stop the hackers or to just from the network threats. Yeah, that's also a big challenge. And then later, and they think the next challenge is the talents, that they will move their whole team from the product design and the manufacturing from a software-centered company. Yeah, that's really what they need to do, right?
Wow. Well, congratulations on being able to overcome those massive challenges. That's serious. Now, a lot of these solutions, I can hear that Microsoft is a part of that. Tell me a little bit about how the customer connected with Microsoft.
那作为客户来说，你是怎么来连接微软的呢？怎么与微软连接起来的？
客户连接微软是吧？那么我们就是说，连接微软云，最主要的是我们会在这个就是说在码头的监控中，码头的也有监控中心嘛，码头的机房，增加一个服务器，这是以前是没有的。那么我们现在增加一个服务器去收集这些数据，然后呢，就是说统一建模以后，做映射以后，把这数据上传到微软云上去就是这样，就是把我们设备跟微软云连起来了。是这个意思啊。
Yeah. Yes. We host some IoT seminar or hackfest in the past. Yeah. So we invited ZPMC to participate in some of our events and give their introduction to our Azure platform, our IoT ability. And then later, we will try to bring a POC with ZPMC's engineers. Then that will now you can see the whole project is right there.
Yeah. Well, isn't it amazing? Those Hackfests, they speak to the smallest company and they speak to the largest company the same. That's amazing. So now I can see that you're approaching the solution. Overall, what was the solution?
那完整的整个的一个项目的现在解决方案大概是怎么样的？
就是我们现在是这样的，就是说我们就是同微软合作，然后呢，我们首期呢。刚开始呢，就是跟微软合作这个 VD 项目，就是原型，是利用微软的技术力量，就是实现快速开发，建立一个原型的开发，然后呢，我们再相应去推广展示，这是第一个。然后呢，就是我们依靠在微软的这个提供的专业的服务，把我们这个项目组成员，包括一些 IoT 呢，或者包括 machine learning 啊这些技术，都可以就是说培训，做一些培训。第三个呢，我们就是利用微软云这个技术方面优势来消除这些就是说安全性方面的顾虑，就是说主要是针对用户的，用户有些顾虑，对吧？另外就是尽量符合各个地区的法律法规，这样子。以微软的这三个方面。
So the solution is that ZPMC is partnered with Microsoft and leverages Microsoft's service team to help them build such a practical POC that incorporated their real data into this POC and to show the IoT and the machine learning capability. And not only they will set up the confidence to our platform, but also they want to leverage this system to show the system to their customer, to show how the power of their devices plus Microsoft Cloud and how could this solution change the port operation? Yeah, and then they hope leverage the Microsoft global operation and our compliance reputation to suggest their customer to step into the cloud era. Yeah, that's the solution.
Terrific. Yeah, I mean, all around security, all around compliance. Wow, it's terrific. Warren, this is pretty exciting. Now, Mr. Zhu's over there, he's the lead of software engineering. I want to talk to him a little bit about the project itself. I want to ask just a little bit about the solution and how it was designed, the overall architecture. How was the solution architected?
那你看看这个整个的项目现在是怎么架构的？
我们的项目目前从设备端线下这一端是我们有一个 OPC 处于采集数据的，然后采集完数据之后，我们通过微软的 IoT Gateway 这个 SDK 来上传到我们的IoT Hub 上，就 A 云上的 IoT Hub。那么到了 IoT Hub 之后，我们会通过一个 Service Bus， 就微软云上的 Service Bus 和 Service 数据流吧，就是
Stream Analytics，
对 Stream Analytics 到与 IoT Hub 后面的Service Fabric 和我们的 Power BI 去连接，这款数据流是到这个主要是 Azure 上面的数据流的部分。这么后端的话，我们是通过Machine Learning， 在微软上面的 Machine Learning 把这些数据流部分进行处理，来作为我们预测和那个故障诊断的基础。然后在这个基础之上，我们再架构了一个门户网站，也就是对内的全球监控中心以及对外的门户网站。然后主要是基于 Power BI 来实现。整个架构差不多就这样。
Okay, so the PLC on their cranes and their machines can talk to an on-site OPC agent via the OPC protocol, and then the OPC agent would use our IoT device SDK to talk to our IoT hub and to do the data ingestion. And when the data come to the cloud, then it will pass to the Stream Analytics to do the code and hot storage, code and hot path storage. And then we will also leverage the machine learning to do a pre-trained model to do the real-time prediction of the machine status and the remaining useful life. And also the visualization part, we will use the Power BI to connect to the data source and to do a bunch of visualization reports.
Wow, yeah. What a sophisticated design with so many neat technologies. I'm sure it was fun to architect something like that. Now, which of the different technologies were leveraged to enable the solution?
那您在这个项目当中用到了哪些的这个技术？集成电路哪些的技术？
这个项目当中用到了很多微软 Azure 云上面的技术，像前端展示的 Power BI 啊，数据采集的 IoT 这部分，另外后端的模型训练的 Machine Learning 啊，还有我们的数据传输的 Service Bus。还有我们的一些微服务用到的 Service Fabric， 这些都极大的提升了我们的那个架构能力。
Yes, so on the visualization part, they use Power BI to do the visualization report, and on the device, they will incorporate our IoT device SDK, the code to communicate with our IoT hub. And besides the IoT hub, Stream Analytics, they also use some machine learning, such as our Azure Machine Learning Studio, to train a model to do the predictive maintenance. And besides that, they will also try the Service Fabric to do the microservice framework.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, so many pieces there. And we know that these were all built to work together, but we also know that sometimes there's some gotchas along the way. And so were there any challenges along the way? And if so, what were those challenges?
那实验过程当中有没有一些什么挑战？
最大的挑战可能就是我们这是第一次接触 Azure 云，那么从无到有的过程需要大量的学习的过程。那么另外一个就是在港口设备的预测上面，我们也没有什么经验，然后这部分都是通过微软来一步一步带着我们往前走。然后最后一个可能就是刚才杨总说的那个数据安全性上，在客户那边还是有所顾虑。
Okay, so 3 challenges. The first is that so the Mr. Zhu's team, their past experience are on the on-premise solutions on the client and the server side. This is the first time they will use the cloud technology to incorporate into their system. So they will need to do the study and the learning. Yes, a quite fun experience. And yes, later he said that they haven't, in the past, they never used the machine learning to do the predictive maintenance. This is their first time. So also a lot of learnings coming from the machine learning side. That's why they need Microsoft to partner with them to help them to go through the whole machine learning process and to get some expecting results. Yes. And the third part is he thinks is that security is very important, especially when ZPMC try to convince their customer that connect these devices to the cloud. Yes, they will demo and the whole solution and convince their customers that's safe. Yes.
Well, terrific. Wow. It's such an opportunity to learn, and so much value coming from all this work as well. I'm sure it was a lot of fun as well. Now, what have we seen as far as a benefit to the business?
那实施这个项目以后，对这边业务有什么一些帮助和收益吗？
我觉得最大的帮助应该还是我们能够采集到的全球的设备的数据，因为未来是大数据的时代。那么我们以前是没有把这些数据采集、存储和训练模型的。那么未来我们通过微软云这一块呢，我们把这个数据掌握在我们自己的手里之后，我们为我们以后做转型做服务、数据服务这块，可以打上一些基础。
So Mr. Zhu mentioned that it's now a big data era. With the partnership with Microsoft, ZPMC could step into the big data area, and they will change their role from equipment manufacturer to a big data company, and they will analyze the big data, utilize this big data, and to improve their products and the services. Yeah, that's the benefit.
Sometimes these small projects have big impacts, and they can impact the culture of a company, the processes of a company. How has this changed any of the business processes or how teams have worked together?
那这个项目上线以后，就会有没有什么改变你们的这个内部的一些合作的一个方式？
我们原来的一些工作方式都是纯线下的。就是对线上这块的没有接触。那么现在我们开展工作的话，更多的考虑的可能是互通互联。那么通过这个项目，我们接触到了更多的最新的一些技术吧，让大家都在积极的消化这些最新的技术。
Okay, so in the past, their working model are offline. If they need to set up some equipment for a pod, they will travel to that pod and to do the testing, debugging, and then they will move to the next pod. And when the system is online, so the basic operation model is online. So what they need is just try to connect every machine's to the cloud and just operate them in their global operating system in their headquarters. And most of the issues, they will just find the issues and find the causes just over the internet. That will save them a lot of time and efforts.
Nice. Those are some big changes and some big benefits as well. Things like this, when they change, sometimes it even brings new opportunity. Has it brought any new engagements?
那你们现在有没有这些项目有没有一些新的这个推广的这个机会？
目前我们有计划在几个国内的港口上作为试点推广，那么后续的话会在这些推广的基础之上，对这个系统进行一些升级优化，然后继续作为向更大的范围之内进行推广。
Okay. So first, they will choose some parts in China or in East Asia to test their system and to listen to the feedback from their customer. And then later, they will do some changes or modifications and then extend it to a big and wide area. Yes.
Now, a project like this is amazing. Ask Mr. Zhu, did he have fun on this project?
那你觉得这个项目怎么样？整个的一个体验上面，觉得有意思吧？
非常好，和微软的合作非常愉快。
Yeah, they said they got fun in this partnership with Microsoft, and to me, I also learned a lot from the ZPMC guys. Yes, they are the real professionals.
I'll bet you did, and what an opportunity to be part of such a large production. You know, I mean, when you really think about the scale of impact, it's gigantic. Mr. Yang, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Great hearing your story. We'll talk to you again.